What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Moon in the Partner's Eighth House, and this is going to be part two. Please be sure to check out part one, as I have already done that. So we already know that the Moon is ruled by Cancer, and the Moon does rule over the fourth house in the natal birth chart. Cancer rules over the fourth house, where the eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. Okay, and Pluto is the ruling planet. Keep in mind when we are talking about Scorpio energy, Scorpio was ruled by Mars first before they discovered Pluto. Okay, so Mars is always going to play a major part when we're speaking about this. So let's just jump into it. Check out part one, but this is part two. So when the moon enters into someone's eighth house, a couple of things are going to go on and take place. The moon person has a comfortable vibe or a comfortable feeling around the eighth house person. Okay, keep in mind the eighth house person is very mysterious. The eighth house person is very intriguing, alluring. It's something mesmerizing about them. Okay, which is now going to make this relationship have like a strong sexual pull towards each other. Okay, so this is the kind of, if this is a sexual relationship, an intimate relationship, a marriage, a partnership, what's going to happen is these people are going to be thinking about having sex with each other. When they're having sex, it's going to be very deep, profound. It's going to be like a soulful kind of sex exchange that is going on and taking place that is very hard to let go of this relationship and this bond. Why? Because they are having emotional sex. Okay, so you know how sometimes when you're getting it in and things of that nature, sometimes you can have sex and not be emotionally attached to the person. Okay, could have just had a couple of drinks and was getting high or whatever like that, and it just went down, and it is what it is. But this is the kind of pull that makes you not forget about the person. It makes you want to be around the person. Okay, both people have a hold on each other's mental. This is another thing on why it's going to be hard for you to separate or walk away. Now, yes, you can walk away because breakups happen all the time in life. Okay, but when you break up, this is the kind of relationship where you might double back, track back, still have sex with them, still be talking to them. If you're not talking to them, they can pop up in your head, pop up in your dreams. Okay, maybe people are talking about them to you, letting you know about their business and their lives and things like that. So it's hard to forget this person because there's people around that also know the other person. So yes, these people do have passionate, great sex. So this would be an emotional, soulful, exciting, exhilarating, passionate sex that goes on and takes place with these people. So let me know if y'all have this with anybody. I know that I have this with my husband in the Placidus house system. In the whole sign chart system, when it comes to synastry, my moon falls into his ninth house. Okay. And I also have this with an ex, and I also do have this with a friend. Okay. Now, this placement is considered to be a powerful placement in astrology when it comes to synastry. Okay. So the people together, what's going on and taking place is they're having some kind of psychological bond that's going on and taking place. With this psychological bond, and what's also going to happen in the connection is that these people can be drawn to each other due to similar experiences that they have had in their lives. Okay, whether they are aware of it or not, right? Because sometimes things can be hidden and sometimes people could just dismiss things. Okay, but let's say maybe one person in a relationship was adopted and the other person wasn't adopted, but let's say that one of their parents passed away. Okay, abandonment issues. See what I'm saying? So it could be similar things. It doesn't have to be the same exact kind of thing, but what it is it's the same kind of feeling or the same kind of vibe that the two people have together. Okay, these two people could also feel like they are destined and meant to be together, or like they have some kind of shared journey to accomplish together, or some kind of shared experience is supposed to go on and take place. So I would definitely say this is a fact, whether y'all stay together forever for the rest of your lives or not. This is one of those kind of relationships where these people open up on a very, very deep level. They talk about things that they would not discuss with other people or even feel comfortable with discussing it with. Okay, now keep in mind, because the moon is falling in the eighth house, the eighth house person is intrigued that they can open up to the moon person about their deepest wounds or their trauma that they have been through, abuse that they may have experienced and endured. Also, same thing with the moon person. So they feel comfortable with discussing these things. But what's supposed to go on and take place is supposed to be healing. It's supposed to be growth. It's supposed to be so that they can evolve as individuals. This can also be an on again, off again relationship. Okay. Now, this one right here, when I mean on again, off again relationships, I'm talking about where you're with the person for quite a bit, some time. You have some kind of break in a relationship and then y'all get back together. Okay. But what could also happen is they can be together, break up. Let's say, for example, that maybe they're not living in the same home for quite some time, and this one has an apartment, this one has a house, but they're not living together and they're getting up and smashing. This is something that could go on and take place. Okay. Another thing is going to be this is a soulmate indicator. Okay, so when you see moon in the eighth house, soulmate indicator. Another thing with this is going to be, like I said, having discussions about their life experiences. Okay, so I mean, you could talk about somebody could be talking about getting abused, somebody could have been talking about getting molested, somebody could just be talking about when they were out in the streets and the things that they did, people that they killed, people that they beat up, people that did them wrong, people that, see what I'm saying? It's like every which way. They talk about things that they would not talk about with other people. So another reason why it's hard for these people to break away from each other is because you know quite a bit information, okay, on the individual. Why? Because they fucking told it to you. See what I'm saying? So it could be fear of being exposed going on here. Okay. Another thing that these people can do is be a strong support system for each other. Okay. Definitely the moon person is going to be the one that can actually be this real strong support system when it comes to the emotions. Okay. So whoever the moon person is, this could be the person that is listening to what you say, maybe giving you some kind of encouraging words. Sometimes maybe they're just not saying anything at the moment. They're just listening because they're letting you vent. Okay. The eighth house person likes to vent. Okay. So keep in mind, if you're dealing with somebody, you're the moon person. Let's say the eighth house person. The eighth house person wants to vent, just get it out. Just get it out, get it out. They don't want you to interrupt too much or start saying, oh, well, maybe it's this that happened, or maybe they didn't mean it like that. Okay, that's not what the eighth house person wants. They don't even fucking like it if you do it. Okay, so the moon person is supposed to just take in the information. Okay, and if you're going to say something, it should be words of encouragement. Okay, and not trying to paint another fucking picture or scenario at that very moment while they are speaking and talking. That is going to make the situation intense. It's going to make y'all argue, especially if y'all been drinking or smoking or popping pills or whatever the hell everybody want to do today. This is what could go on and take place. Okay, so now it will turn into power struggles, arguments and disputes, bickering, competing for the microphone and things of that nature. All right. Now, this relationship is also prone to manipulation. Okay, it's actually fueled off of manipulation. So the eighth house person can be the one that is more of the manipulating kind of person. All right. When they want things to go their certain kind of way, they can say things in a certain way. They can move in a certain kind of way to get the moon person to be down with the shit they want them to be down with. Keep in mind, another thing that could go on and take place. These people can find themselves in criminal activities. They can own businesses together. This can be legally or illegally. Okay, they can make their money in some kind of way. It could be greasy, but it could be in the upright kind of way. So you got to be careful with this placement. Now, let's say that you're not doing any illegal kind of things with the partner. Somebody in a relationship could Okay, still be doing some kind of shit they ain't supposed to do. Okay, or maybe you just know about things that they have done. But there's big choices and chances for these people to do some things they're not supposed to do together. Okay, maybe even getting over on shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Getting over on shit. Let me elaborate. Let's say that maybe these people are selling something they're not supposed to sell because they don't have the right credentials and things like that. So if they get caught, they'll get in trouble. Okay, let's say that this is somebody that maybe they don't have a place to stay, a place to live. Okay, maybe they're opening up houses. Okay, going in there and decorating and living in there. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So, that's illegal shit. You're not supposed to do shit like that. And I'm throwing out scenarios so that you could completely understand what I'm talking about. Okay, another thing, these people come together, okay, usually after some kind of crisis in their life, okay, and they're coming into each other's world to help heal them. Remember what I said, help heal, help grow, okay, and all of this is to make you a better person, okay? So they're drawn to each other. The universe places them in an atmosphere with each other due to similar experiences. And this is why they cross paths with each other. Okay, these people will also love to have sex. They will love to get drunk. Okay, this could be a party kind of couple that we are speaking about. Okay, that likes to just vibe and kick it, play spades, play Uno, play Chinga, okay, Monopoly, poker, and all of these different types of things, wild parties, okay, all of these things. This is another reason why they get into these deep ass conversations, okay, because they're under the influence, they're chilling and vibing. And then they start arguing about what has went on and took place. Okay, if you are acting a certain kind of way in a relationship at times, they're going to pinpoint that and compare you to people that have done them wrong. Okay, even if you're not doing shit. So you got to watch it with this. You just got to watch it. Okay, but they love having fun together. Making money together, owning a business or businesses together is common with this placement. Okay. This can show up in married couples. Okay, people that's married, people in long-term committed relationships. Now, let's say that this shows up in friendships, okay, or family members and things like that. This is going to have a lot to deal with past relationship family issues. Okay, maybe it's has to deal with trusting the person from a past life. Okay, because the eighth house does speak a lot about the past life. But if it is family or friends, it's going to be more so based around family karma or trust issues, or maybe even power struggles and things like that in the dynamics. Okay. Another thing that's going to go on and take place, abuse in the relationship, and this could be on a mental level, a verbal level, or emotional level. This can also be, in extreme cases, physical abuse can go on and take place. So what exactly am I talking about? Okay, in this relationship, somebody can feel like you're not caring about them enough, not loving them to the best of your ability, or they wouldn't have spoken to you like that, they wouldn't have treated you this way. Okay, let's say it's a man. Okay, maybe the woman is saying some things to him, and maybe she's just keeping it real with him on certain topics. He could definitely feel like, oh, you're thinking less of me. You're downing me. You're not being supportive. Now, remember what I said before, that this can be a strong support system. Both people could be a strong support system for each other, right? So, but there will also be periods of times where one person doesn't feel quite that way at the moment, okay? Right, because you got years in a relationship, things are going to happen, circumstances is going to happen, and things are going to change, right? So let's keep on going. So yes, these are also the type of people that are going to talk about exes, okay? People that they fucked, people that they smashed, people that they dealt with. All of these kind of conversations are going on and taking place. I mean, it's like they won't shut the fuck up because they just talk about all these different types of things. Okay, now for some people, this might piss you off that this person keeps talking about their ex or talking about the women that they have slept with. Okay, same thing with the woman, right? Because if the woman is talking about people she slept with, sometimes the man could get mad. But they pretty much can talk about these things and not really get aggravated, especially if this is past tense things they're talking about. Now, if you're talking about in a relationship and now you're doing things while we're in a relationship and you're talking about them, that's going to be a damn problem. All right, so this is the unforgettable love, okay, that's going on and taking place. These two people have had a past life experience before, okay? So as a matter of fact, this placement indicates many past life experiences with each other. Okay, so these are the type of people coming into this world. This is why they're being drawn to each other like no other, right? Because they have dealt with each other before and it's a familiarity about the person, okay? You could even be feeling like you're yearning for this person. You know, this is crazy. So this is why they are so pulled and drawn towards each other. Both people involved come into this world fearful of intimacy. Okay? Full blown intimacy. So when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be able to bond on that intimacy level, being able to really get to know a person on a very deep soul level. And this is what these people are going to be tackling on in this lifetime. They have already experienced many different experiences together in their other lives. Okay, I need y'all to know that. So both people involved will, fear that intimacy. So if we are talking about friendships or family, okay, it will have to deal with issues of close and intimate bonds. So now other people may even envy their relationship. Okay, this is the kind of relationship where people could get jealous of your relationship, envious of your relationship. Not so much that they want your partner. Okay, but maybe the way that y'all bond and connect, they could be like, damn, I wish my man would do that. Or damn, I wish my girl was like this and my girl was like that. This can happen. Now, they will also have people that like to see them together, happy that they are together. But sometimes those same people that like to see y'all together hate the fact that they don't have it and it shows. Okay, be careful for that, haters. Okay, intense connection and a spiritual bond is being presented to the table. An emotional bonding is taking place here in this connection. This connection is filled with power struggles, jealousy, possessiveness, trust issues, conflict, okay, obsession. So these people have to learn how to balance out all of these different things. Not get into arguments is what they need to be learning. Learning how to talk to each other, open and honestly. Learning how to let one person speak and then you listen, and then you speak and then they listen. Okay, learning how to trust each other. Okay, and you don't have to feel like you always have to beat up on this person. Okay, this is what they need to be learning. All right, so another thing is going to be these people will have strong feelings for each other. Both people may feel a shared destiny together, okay, like there's something bigger than them at hand for them to tackle on together. So both people may begin to really confront issues that they have been dealing with or holding on to. This is going to come to the forefront for them to heal. This relationship has to deal with healing, trusting, and growth. Back to the soulful sex, okay? The soulful sex is actually very addictive, okay? And they become addicted to each other's sex, which means that they are fucking each other on a level that's very pleasing, very enticing, very tasteful, enjoyable, sensual, sexual, exotic, erotic. Okay, so all of these different things is happening. So this can be also having to deal with facing their fears. It might also have to deal with past trauma, and I'm going back to the healing, trusting, and growth. Okay, so the healing, trusting, and growth can have to deal with facing fears, past life trauma, past trauma, emotional healing, or growing and evolving as one together. Okay, the couple may also have shared funds and resources together. All right, and this is another thing that can link them up, bind them together to one another. Financial reasons and things like that, economical reasons and things of that nature. Okay, but these people are also going to be magnetic. Okay, magnetic together, even obsessed. Right? It's going to be very intense. So it's a lot of intensity. Mind games can go on and take place here as well. Okay, going back into the manipulation. All right, and don't get it twisted because the moon person can also do the manipulative type of shit too. Okay. Sometimes you may see it a little bit more on the eighth house person, but both people can play the fucking game. Okay. Both people in this relationship may be hard to pin down in a relationship. Okay. Which goes back into them opening up and talking and things like that. They wouldn't usually do this with other people. They probably wouldn't even entertain other people on the level that they entertaining you. Let's keep on going. So both people may make money illegally or legally. We touched on that, right? Criminal activities and things like that. This can be a power couple. A couple that is driven to succeed and not backing down from opportunities and situations. Okay, they can be a very creative couple. Okay, and this can be a lot of things they could be involved with can be centered around sex or fashion. It can also be drinks. It can also drugs, weed. Okay, maybe you're in a relationship with somebody and somebody grows weed and you sell weed, or maybe you grow weed and you smoke weed. See what I'm saying? So it's so many different ways that you could just look at it. All right. But ultimately these people feel like they are the one. They feel like they are meant to be together. They feel like that they have crossed paths in a certain kind of way. This can also be like the ideal man, the ideal woman going on. Okay, or your dream girl or your dream guy has came or entered into your life. But even in that dream, right? Because this is like a soulmate indicator. Remember what I always say about the soulmates. Soulmates is not no fairy tale type of shit. Soulmates is somebody that's connected to you through the soul. Okay. Sometimes soulmates can be from several different lifetimes. Okay. Which we know this indicates that you have been in several different connections linked up together in past lives, dealing with each other, working on shit and things like that. Right. But this can be a blessing and a curse. This aspect, placement, moon in the partner's eighth house can be a blessing and a curse. Okay. So if you had this with somebody, let me know. If you had this with somebody, let me know. Okay. I told y'all before that I do have this with my husband, but I did also have this with my ex, and I do also have this with one of my friends. Okay, childhood friends, and we are still friends. But yes, we've had periods of times where maybe we didn't see eye to eye and things like that, you know, because those things are going to happen in life. Nobody's going to be on one accord all the goddamn time, right? No. So, but this is an unforgettable placement. It's going to be hard for you to forget about the person, let go of the person fully, okay? And if you do, then there's some kind of growth or transformation that's going to go on and take place, because leaving or walking away from this relationship, you are no longer going to be the same kind of person that you was before you entered into the relationship. So let me know what you think about this video, and I'm going to leave this on this note for now. If anybody's interested in purchasing a reading, please hit me up. My phone number is 516-738-6042. Another thing, if anybody wants to donate to the channel, please feel free. Okay, so this is the Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I'm going to see you on the next one.